Dear all, welcome to this session. Actually, this session is just to cover three ideas was not explained in our previous example, and it will be coming in our exam. So the first idea, maybe you will find during your exam, they mention about tariff code for the supplier, for some items in our stock. So what is called tarif code? This is international code. We know it's used for like international trading. So where you can put the tariff code from the tools, you need to go to maintain tariff. Let me show you like as example, this is a supplier and they mention we have tariff code and tax code, okay? So tax code, you know how to set it when you are maintaining the supplier, but for tariff code, first you need to assign the tariff code. So he's telling you, please create the below tariff code and description and assign it accordingly. So to create this tariff code, you need to go tools, then you go maintain tariff. You will see it's empty, you need to add a new. So this is the code you put as tariff code. And this is the description which is given to you. Okay, so then you put save. Like this is how we create tariff code. So from where we put the tariff code, we put the tariff code from tools, maintain tariff. Then you can add new, you put the code and you put the description. How we can add this tariff code to our supplier? So when we are maintaining the supplier, let's say that in our example or in our exam, this supplier has tariff code. So when you go to the tax, you will find where you want to put the tariff code setting, okay? So here we put as example, let's say edit this one. Let's say this supplier, we want to put him a tariff code. So from the tax tab, we put add, then we put what is the tariff. So already assign only one. In your exam, maybe you'll find 2, 3, 4. So in next to any supplier name, you will find what tariff code you have to assign to him. Then we have the tariff code and tax. This one is different than the what we call it, the normal tax, the default tax. So this, when it's written like this, tariff code and tax code, so you have to add it in this tab. Again, let me show to you. Let's say this is supplier, we want to put him a tariff code. So when you are maintaining the supplier, you go to the tax tab. We have default tax. This one, you know, it will come here under the default tax. Maybe you have some tax exemption number, then you can write it here. So let's say the tariff, to put it also from tax tab, you see here tariff code setting. So you put plus, you choose what is the tariff mentioned to this supplier or customer. Then you put this is, you choose it, then you choose what tax. So you mentioned tax is BEC 5. So you can write BE. Okay, because this system I have GST, so it's not showing, but for your exam tomorrow you will have SST system. So it's gonna to show, then you can choose the tax code here, okay? So this is one of the things, is putting the tariff code and assigning tariff code. We have the opening stock balance. You remember when we were maintaining our stock, we already put all the items, all the things we know about, all the information we know about the stock. Also, maybe we will get opening stock balance. From where we put the opening stock balance, when we are maintaining the stock, here we have one tab called open balance, okay? So from here, you can choose, you can write the open balance. Sure, when you are like putting edit, you can add a tab, put the quantity and the cost in case you have the information. So the opening stock balance, you can get it from here. And so when you are maintaining the stock, you have one tab, you can put the opening stock balance. Okay. Then we have, in case you have tariff code for this item, also some items need tariff, so you can select it from here. Okay, so maybe when you are receiving about the item, to maintain the item, Maybe you will be given some information like this: opening stock balance and tariff code. So from here, from the opening balance, you can add the opening balance, and tariff you can just select it from here after you assign it. So first you have to go for tariff. You have to go tool, maintain tariff, then you put the information. Then when you are maintaining the stock item or the supplier or the customer, you can assign their tariff. Also, we have one extra idea. It was not mentioned in our previous example, is about bounce check. Sometimes you receive a check from a customer. After you send this check to be cleared in your bank, the bank returns the check because maybe has no signature, maybe no balance or whatever. So you need to bounce the check. It means you need to again increase the balance of the customer. So let's say that this is our customer. No, sorry, it's normally these things in our customer payment. So let's say this is a customer payment. Let's say this is a payment we receive in check, and this is a check which our bank said is not, the check is not, has no signature or something. So what do? You click edit. When you do right click, then we have bounce status. So this is a payment which you need to bounce it. So right click, bounce status. You click bounced and you choose a date. What date this check bounced? Okay. So let's say that this is the bounced and this is the time is bounced, and you will get all this information in the example. When you click OK, you will see this notice already done that this check is bounced and the date is there. So then you click save. Sure, I will not save here because I don't want to change the things, but you have to click save. So those are only 3 ideas how to do the tariff code. We go tools, maintain tariff, then when we are assigning for our supplier or our stock, we know where to put the tariff. The opening stock balance also, from when we are maintaining the stock item, we can go to the tab of opening balance we can do. We have the check bounce, we go to the customer payment, then we edit, right click on any empty place, we choose bounce status, then we bounce the payment. Like this, all the rest of the ideas which we already learned are in the exam. I wish you the best for tomorrow exam. Take care of yourself and see you after Ryan. Bye-bye.